Hey guys, it's ChronoFury, and today we're talking about the End Dimension. And the End Dimension has always looked a little plain in Minecraft if you ask me. It's never a dimension that one would describe as beautiful, but just look at the background now. Now if that isn't enough to take your breath away, just give me a couple of seconds here and look at this, guys. If this isn't what you describe as breathtaking, I don't know what is. This is the Better End Mod, a mod that completely transforms the End Dimension to look as good as this. And basically there are multiple biomes that you can explore, and each biome has its own distinctive vegetation and distinctive design as well. So let's check out some of the biomes here. This is the first biome, which is described as the giant mossy Glossroom. Now just look at this. This looks like something out of the Avatar, the 2012 Avatar movie. This is just breathtaking. When I saw this for the first time, I was incredibly shocked. This mod is pretty much a must-have if you want your End Dimension to look really good. I've never really liked the End Dimension all that much. I know some of you guys probably love the End Dimension, but to me it was never really that interesting. Yes, we have the Ender Dragon, we have the End Cities and so on, but it was never really a fun place to be in. But now just looking at this, it makes me want to spend hours just exploring these different biomes. So you guys can see in the creative menu, there's so many new blocks to play around with. We have the End Lotus crafting table, which is just basically a different design from a regular crafting table. And we have so many other blocks here. You guys can just take a look at it for yourselves. We even have an End Lotus chest, an End Lotus sign, and all this is being made out of this End Lotus wood that you see right in front of you. And over here, guys, we have some fish, right? Just look at this fish. It's amazing, okay? And we have these like water lilies floating on the water. Just the attention to detail is really good. And then we have these plant looking structures. I'm not too sure what they are. The mod page actually doesn't have much description about these new mobs and these new flowers that have been added. So I guess you actually have to download the mod and explore this for yourself. But we do know that this wood here can be used to make a variety of new end structures, like we saw earlier in the creative menu, like the End Lotus chest, the End Lotus barrel, and so on. So moving on, we are in the next biome here. As you can see, it is called the Chorus Forest according to the mod page. And this design is it sticks pretty close to the original End theme, right? We have a very purplish design here. But just look at this forest, okay? I just want to chop down this wood right now. Just cause it looks so good. Okay, I have to do this, okay? We're actually probably gonna drop to... Somehow we survived that. Okay, that was pretty dangerous. Probably not a very smart move there. You can see we have a Pythodendron log. It's like the Pythagoras theorem, but Pythodendron. That was not even funny, I'm sorry guys. Now after flying for a while, I managed to find this brand new biome. It's called the Foggy Mushroom Land. It's different from the giant mushrooms that we saw earlier. You can see that both are really blue looking, but this one is more foresty, right? There are way more trees and it's more densely populated. And there's really a lot of water lilies and, just very nice water features here. It looks amazing. This is the perfect place to build a house in Minecraft if I ever saw one. Okay guys, I managed to find a brand new biome after flying around for quite some time. These biomes are actually not that common, so you will have to take some time, especially if you are in survival mode and not flying around like I am in spectator mode. You will take a while to actually locate all these biomes here. But this biome, I have to say, this one is a pretty interesting design. it's different from the purple one. This one has gone like full on black here. And if I were to actually head over into survival mode here, right? And I were to chop down this wood, you can see that it's a different type of wood. It is a dragon tree bark. And I'm not sure why this one wasn't featured on the mod page. Maybe there were better designs, but you can see that the dragon tree bark is indeed part of the Better End mod. And this definitely isn't vanilla Minecraft. I'm sure you guys have never seen this before. This is one of the cooler biome designs, I have to say. This one has its own little charm because it's like black in color and it works really well. I think this purplish color, although it fits the end pretty well, this one is like more pleasing to the eyes. After flying around for so freaking long, we finally found these Aurora Crystals. They are definitely pretty rare. You guys can see that this looks like the Aurora Borealis, right? The northern lights that you see up in the sky in real life. And this is like a Minecraft version of that. Just look at this design. It is pretty amazing. And if we actually dive deep in here, you guys can see that I'm in spectator mode. And these are what we call end caves. You can see that the blocks are pretty different as well. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I won't be going in depth as to what each block actually does. Now, most of it is actually for decoration purposes only. So you can't really do much with these blocks. They are mainly like for building, for decorative purposes. But as I mentioned earlier, some of the wood, you know, from these new trees, they can be used to craft new objects such as chests, such as doors and buttons and so on. This mod is actually only out for Minecraft version 1.16.3, but as you can see, I'm on version 1.16.4. If I hit F3 here, you can see that I am indeed on version 1.16.4, and I'm experiencing no compatibility issues. Everything seems to be working fine with this mod. So you can use the 1.16.3 jar file from this mod for Minecraft 1.16.4 as well. So overall, what are my thoughts on this mod? I'd say this mod is purely worth it just for the visual aspect alone. And if you don't really care for the visual aspect, you might just want to install it because it adds so many new blocks. And yes, most of the blocks, as I've said earlier, they're just for decorative purposes. But it's still really nice to have, especially if you're a builder in Minecraft. You know, you want all these fancy looking flowers, you want this fancy looking wood that you can craft into like special chests and buttons and so on with cool looking designs, then this mod is definitely for you. Whether you are more of the builder sort or you care more about aesthetics, you know, this mod is just right up your alley. And even if you don't care for all these things, I mean, this visual aspect is just too good to pass up on, right? I can't really get used to seeing the boring old end after seeing these cool looking biomes. I mean, these biomes are quite literally out of this world. I mean, not just because it's from the end dimension, right? But they are just so well designed that this mod is just basically a 10 out of 10 purely on design and aesthetics alone. So the link to the mod will be down in the video description where you can just download it for yourself. Unfortunately, one of the downsides is that this mod is a fabric mod, so it's not compatible with Forge, but at the same time, there's been like a growing repository of fabric mods, right? So I guess fabric as a mod loader is becoming more and more mainstream. So yeah, fabric is a bit complicated to install, but you guys can get the hang of it. Basically, you just need to install the fabric launcher. Then from there, you run the launcher, select the version of Minecraft you want to install for, then drag fabric and fabric API into the mods folder, and then drag this mod file into the mods folder as well. I know it's a bit complicated, but there are plenty of tutorials online, including tutorials that I've done as well. You can check them out on my channel where I show you guys how to install fabric mods. And aside from that, guys, let me know what you thought of this mod down in the comment section down below. I personally think it's amazing just for the visual aspect alone, and I will definitely be keeping this in my Minecraft world. I mean, this makes for some pretty amazing screenshots, right? As you've probably seen in the thumbnail of this video when you clicked on it. Just look at this, guys. I mean, this is too good to pass up on. I think that this mod author clearly put in a lot of effort into this mod, and we should show him the support by downloading this mod. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this mod showcase. There are plenty of other mod showcases on my channel that you guys can check out. Link to the mod once again is in the video description down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Minecraft video.